Hi, Spirits. You need any voice recordings to check my levels?
Hello and welcome, everyone, to this Dragon Warrior Randomizer vodcast of our Week 5 Group 6 race between Big Slammy, HoodyTwoShoes, Just Chris, and Zatrex17. I'm Aaron TU2. With me on comms again is CyberDark86. Welcome in, CyberDark.
Wait, didn't I just do this?
I think so. But I guess this is our punishment for being admins. Not really. I'm kidding about the punishment, but this is exciting. I caught just a little bit of this race. I didn't see all of it, so hopefully most of it will be fresh. Plus, I think myself, like a lot of other people last night, were trying to watch many things, and I was also somewhat under the influence of NyQuil. So what I remember is going to be sketchy, but I do remember the start. 4 strength. That can always be fun.
4 strength. We do have stop spell, so maybe if we find a bad enemy out there, we might get lucky.
Yeah, I think you really want, like, I don't know, because the moment something uses something, you're like, well, that's not the noodle, and you kind of toss it aside. But we'll see what's in the throne room. If we got some good stuff here, that will definitely change the orientation of this race, and we are off.
Is that a Goomba?
Yes, Hoodie has a custom Goomba sprite, and it looks like we have Herb and Gold, and just Chris is just abandoning that first chest. But okay, there we go.
Okay.
I mean, he can get it on the way back. So unless that second chest was wings, or unless they had return, there wasn't really any difference in time there. And
5
yeah.
chests.
Fun. Our runners on the right are saving, trying to save that gold. Runners on the left immediately out to try to fight something.
The red dragon looking like a possible noodle. The magic drakey as well.
The magic drakey is not. I've learned if they do 4 damage to you, they cannot be a noodle. Yes, my overwhelming, extremely useful knowledge. I don't know. This noodle is certainly living up to the idea of being slippery here, but Slamu does get the crit for the full 4 for 5 experience, which was not enough.
5. That certainly does look like our noodle, though, the red dragon. And this Wraith Knight looking pretty noodly, too.
Oh, Wraith Knight, a lot more fun, though, than the red dragon. Gets enough experience for the level up and gets out of level 1 jail.
Straight up to level 3 and return.
Yeah, return, you know, maybe if you switch those 2, you'd be happier about that, but use it at some point.
Six points needed for level 2. Slamu was 1 off.
Yeah, not great, but I don't know what you're gonna do.
Oh, metal slimes with hurt more. Very nice.
Yes, you say nice, I would say unfortunate, but I don't know.
I just watched one of these. I'm in the mood for pain.
Oh, we see Hoodie gets a second red dragon down. Now he's out of level 1 jail as well. It looks like, yeah, so 10 experience is enough to get to level 3. Yeah, Just Chris also still on level 1 with no kills yet. I've seen him do a reset at least once, so I think he's trying to keep at least how much money he has right now. That gold, you know, it really hurts that I get that, but in Chaos, it can be harder than even vanilla to get moving around at the start of the game.
Yeah, unless you have a town within sight, and even then, it could be hard to get to it.
So Hoodie has now killed 3 red dragons. Zatrex just has the 1 Wraith Knight. Might not have the best beat on that zone, but I don't think it was in zone 0. I think it was actually in zone 1 over there.
Skeletons casting hurt, but we can't do any damage to them.
Okay, resets to save time. That makes sense. If you got it right, it'll give you a couple of seconds. I saw the herb use here on the wool floor too. That's another good reason for the reset, to keep those items, and it looks like just Chris just done with that. Oh, 1 step south. Then absolutely is not. There absolutely is in zone 0.
I think we're looking at 35 experience for level 4.
Yeah, I just misplaced where that was. Not able to get through Magic Drake either. Slamu is on level 3 now, though, has broken out of jail. If I remember right, I think this is in the bottom zone of the world, right? The bottom zone boundary is just right there. At least what seems to be it. Okay, yeah, we can see it on Hoodie's screen there. And we didn't mention it coming in, but the importance of this race, or kind of what the playoff scenarios are like, is that you have to win to get in. That's it. If Hoodie or Zatrex is able to get second, they might get into a 15-point play-in, but otherwise just need to win. So the only way to guarantee to be in is win. And also, this race has no impact on the potential of a 15 or 16 point cutoff. All right, so that was that grave that Slamu had found.
I missed it. I was looking at the league standings, not understanding the math. Yep, chat saying yes, it was.
Oh, if it's a full 15, then actually there is, it would be, oh, no, okay, you're saying it's the last one, okay. But hey, Zatrex taking down another Wraith Knight and getting himself up to at least 4, maybe 5.
Still no extra spells on level 5, unfortunately.
Yeah, watching Slamu fight this Wolf Lord, he decided to run. Did not see what Hoodie saw, which was the DL2 breath on the Wolf Lord. I'm sorry, referring to grave as gravy. That'd be fun. If you find some herbs in grave, you can say that's some herbs for your mashed potatoes in grave.
If you find 11 herbs, we could get some KFC.
Okay, so the level that Slamu just got was 3 levels, and that one's pretty juicy. That is, well, I was going to say potentially being able to fight some things, but the red slime decided that that was not. Oh, he did it. He found the Wraith Knight. Here we go. Whooping that guy. And it was brought up, somehow I overlooked this, but yeah, this was a Group 2 matchup between Slamu, Just Chris, and Zatrex, which Slamu won. But now we get to have this rematch with Hoodie. So Hoodie gets to be no 3-person group this time, sorry.
Ooh, a death necklace for Slamu. Found that in Bump South, maybe?
That's still grave, yeah.
Okay.
And he's got stats enough he can do some fighting, so not too concerned about that now. But you never know. It's chaos. There's no gear. Something could just fall from the sky and shatter you into pieces.
Like an Armored Knight. Oh, that's not doing near enough damage to be like that, though.
Oh, and he does the crit. He does the crit and gets 152 experience. Wow.
I think Slamu's getting away with a couple of crits here so far.
Yeah, personally, I'm a big fan of critting. I think that's just the best thing that you can do most of the time. And oh my gosh, there's a key. Everything's turning up Slamu right now.
Yeah, we saw 5 chests there in the treasury in Tentacle. So that could be a lot of things we could pick up.
And meanwhile, Just Chris is still struggling here. I believe he has gotten to level 3 now, but still having to do some resets when the things aren't working out and just not being able to kind of break through. Zatrex is up to level 8 and is still on the grind there. Hoodie just hits level 5, so he's got a little bit more to go till he kind of hits the moving around stats.
Slime was that 2% or 0.2%?
All right, well, let's back here to get some keys. So we'll get to see the treasury here in just a little bit. First one there, too. So Slamu with the experience lead and with the exploration lead. Did we see how much was past 8? I missed it.
I missed it as well.
Slamu, I'm going to need you to die again. Oh, you know what? We didn't look. Zatrex just died, too.
Oh. Well, there's a potential for a River Guard in here, so we could see Slime die again.
I'll look forward to it.
I mean, Chris pointing it out in chat, but we don't know that.
All right, yeah, South Swamp here under the castle. 2 chest checks. You could try for the 3rd. I don't know. I mean, it might not be a bad idea to see if the spike's fun, but yeah. And yeah, he's trying to get away from this red slime. Wants nothing to do with the red slime.
RG with a bold prediction in chat.
Yeah, my arm doesn't even have the cool winter effects, so I get nothing. Yeah, we see it again on Hoodie's side now. He's at level 8. So it's a little bit of jump for 8 to 9, but honestly, the levels have been super easy past kind of the first couple slots there. So even then, it wasn't like it was a lot. It was just the enemies weren't really giving.
Slamu finds a red slime. I don't think he's going to like it.
I thought maybe he was giving up and just wanted to go back. And since he has no healing and there's just a bunch of swamp over here.
Ooh, the blue slime even worse than the red.
This is kind of fun. You know, usually people are like, oh, Big Slamu is just going to grind all game. That's his deal. And then we see he's the first one to abandon the grind and start pushing out.
Gold. I missed the first one. Cursed belt. And a magic key.
Key, gold belt. Wow, that's I don't know. I guess that's the sort of thing that if you die, you'll probably just kind of casually want to go in there and check it.
Big Cobra, we had a 4 strength start with stop spell. And 6 experience needed to level 2. One of the noodles gave 5 experience.
Yeah, no throwables. One of them was 22, which Zatrex is the first one to get down. Eventually, Slamu and Hoodie got it as well. I think just Chris is still just fighting on the 2 red dragons. He's just not had any luck getting going here at the start. I'm maybe minorly surprised that Slamu isn't... Well, you know, maybe he's not grinding because he doesn't know what to grind on. You might even see him go... Well, you know, he takes so much damage, but I would say you almost want to just go back into Grave to see if you can find another Armored Knight. There we go. Hoodie does pick up level 9, which came with a pretty substantial magic power increase and hurt. That does increase the utility a little bit, but he's... It's still kind of a cruddy start. At least spell-wise.
Yeah, we're certainly looking for a heal at minimum.
All right, he gets no damage on a stone man a couple of times. I think got run blocked the first time, and he's out. Again, now he's half dead and taken out by the wizard. So the hit points are nice. That's actually good. And it looks like Just Chris is starting over. So
I'm not sure if he changed his name. Took the dash, but I don't remember what he had before.
okay, so he saw a town and he wanted to take the money there. What town was it, or did you just see that there was a town on the screen?
Looking like around 1100 experience to level 10 total.
Oh. Sorry, if that didn't come through, I whistled. As sometimes my mic doesn't pick up my whistling.
Nope, it came through.
Oh, good. Alright, so
There's the Wraith Knight for Just Chris.
he's gonna have more experience than he did on his previous save here in just a moment.
And there we go.
Oh, Zatrex made it to the cave, but didn't get through the Armor Knight.
Now Chris sticking around looking for that Wraith Knight again.
And he sees it again, so he gets through it. He might, who cares about the save there? But it's not being as giving this time.
Zatrex now filling up on keys with all that extra gold he found.
Nice, and yeah, I keep looking for the good grind here, and we're not seeing anything. Like that Armor Knight is the best, and it's not in a good zone, and it's not a one shot, and it's just, the start is gotta be kind of frustrating. Oh yay, Metal Slime. Nope, hurt more.
Yeah, the slimes are all murder bats today. Or murder slimes, I guess.
Can you put bats on a slime? I meant wings, not bats.
Yes to both, I guess.
It's good this race is too late for beta, or we just have a picture of a slime holding like a bat or something.
I mean, I guess you could put a murder bat in a slime and have the wings sticking out or something like that.
Well, the wings would also be made of the slime. They just look like they're not, but they're the same as the slime.
Yeah, I'm too tired for this.
I don't know. Hey, Just Chris is now got his 4th Wraith Knight, and has picked up level 8, so nice. Now he's just about caught up to everybody else, because the experience really kind of flattened out here.
When he finds out about the red slimes that time, or metal slimes. But actually has the most experience right now, or did until Slimer just took over.
And nice. Zatrex found the Key Wyvern. That's one I hadn't really seen anybody else get before. I think I got it once, and that was it.
I'm not sure if Zatrex had already been in Swamp Cave, but bypassed that first possible chest. Oh hey, Brecconary.
Well, he does get the town with the gold. Is he going to be able to buy, copper sword? So yeah, I didn't lose a whole lot on that. Still manages to get the weapon out of it. But, I don't know, he might have had that much money even if this didn't happen. Worth mentioning, Slamu finally killed a red slime. And it was worth over 100 experience, so there was another decent enemy around, just not able to beat it up. But it did take most of his life.
Skeleton for 64 experience, not too shabby.
All right, just Chris getting his stuff out of Breckenary is immediately going to go into Grave. Hopefully gets to find the key there. Runs away from the Scorpion, though. Wants nothing to do with that. The Wizard is a little bit punch-happy. Is he going to be able to get through it? And
Murder Drakima is awesome.
And he does for 57 experience. So the Drakima must have been on Zatrex's side?
Yep, hit him for 52. Also has hurt, though, so not terrible. But when you've only got 86 HP, you're only surviving one hit.
Yeah, you probably see that and you're like, oh, this is going to be fun later. And there's that Stone Man again. Stone Man seems to be popping up a lot and a little bit hard to get away from and a little bit strong. Not like super obnoxious, but just obnoxious enough. Basically a Star Wyvern in Standard right now. And Zatrex is in Swamp. I think he's looking specifically for the Armor Knight, maybe? Or maybe he's just looking for something.
It's certainly not the red slime.
Oh, no. This is worth over 100 experience. It's, yeah, it's got like 40-ish hit points, though.
There we go, level 10. 2,
Yeah, I said
5, 1, and 4. And sleep. And Radiant. Yay, Radiant.
Nice. So whose bright idea was it to give him that? All right, one shots the Demon Knight on the spike. He does not have a key, though. Oh, no, he does. Never mind. He's the one that does the key, of course, because he's here, and you can get it here without the key.
There we go, putting the red slime to sleep again. Don't have enough HP to deal with that right now.
It's like, hello, princess. I have outside. I could rescue you. I could. Maybe you will. Yeah, I mean, it's a good time for it. If you're going to do it right now. You know, don't have to do it later. Outside, return. Bing, bang, boom. Well, he's going to walk back through. So hopefully he doesn't get caught on the way.
And now walking the other way.
Okay. I assume he thought of it just a little later. He could have cast outside again instead of walking out too. I guess if you really, really want to start nitpicking everything he's doing.
Level 11 around 1500 experience, maybe a little less. Ooh, the Drakies have DL2 breath as well. It's just 2 murder bats.
And the match Drakey's been around long enough. I don't think we've seen anything like that, but it's been hard to kill. I don't think anyone's killed it yet. And just Chris is wandering around the world with only 2 hit points, which looks like it's going to work out for him. He's going to get these guys. Oh, no, go away. Yes, he makes it to... Oh, it's Sprek.
Level 11 had some stats, couple double-digit ones, nothing too big.
Oh, it was a Magic Drakey hoodie. You said Magic Wyvern before. That's why I didn't think it had been killed yet. Unless I'm just seeing magic wyverns everywhere due to like mental scarring or something.
No, why would you ever see something like that? Spoilers for a previous race.
Oh, that's a cute little lake there on Slimu's side. 2 tiles.
Whoop, the Druid Lord doesn't take any damage and swings for 60.
Also fun. Also a fun enemy. We'll see if the... I don't know. I'm trying to think. Have we seen... We've seen the Armor Knight, we've seen the Red Slime, and I think that's it. Like, really nothing's even been terribly close. And, oh hey, we get to see a little experience check on Zatrex's side. Looks like it goes from 1,500 to about 3,500. So our first real big gap of the seed.
Yeah, we're going to need some better enemies to grind on here. The Red Slimes, yeah, they have 200, but they take 2 or 3 swings to go down.
And Just Chris has found Rimeldar, the home of the key. And since he didn't get a key out of... did he get a key out of Brigade? Yeah, he didn't. Now he does. Oh, there we go.
Still not the last runner with keys, though.
And there's a free chest here in Rimalima Ding Dong. Can't speak today. But just by those keys, which apparently, yeah, they're maxing out. This is done on purpose. Both these chests are gonna just be nothing, I'm sure. And it's oh wait,
oh, there's a green dragon. Not the same green dragon from the last race, thank God.
Trying to shake my fist at the Key Guild and Rim rigging things, but there's some good stuff here. One could say necessary stuff, but this green dragon, man. He's got some hit points, and he's not super strong, but we're not really super strong.
Not strong enough.
Well, you know, if he can come back with a bunch of gold out of this chest, you know, if he can get back there and maybe buy some cool gear or something.
Needs to take a page of Slimu's book and just crit.
Yeah, it seems like Slimu is kind of operating here out of Brecconary. It's one of the things in large-scale maps, especially in Chaos. Once you get to a town, you kind of want to stay around the town. If you can't, you know, explore the world very easily, just get like a home base and operate off of it for a while, so you don't have to go all the way back to the start. And the Just Chris missed the one chest over there.
May have gotten it earlier, I'm not sure. But apparently he did.
Sorry, it's my job today, is just to point out stuff that people aren't doing. You see Zatrex put the red slime to sleep, and I think that's what he's here to do right now, is just to kill these red slimes. I don't think he wants to go very far until he can get some heals, because honestly, it's a smart move to do if the experience is good. And if you can't move around. The hit points are a little bit high, that maybe you don't worry too much about that, but at least I don't think Hoodie and Slamu were worrying too much about it.
Zatrex, I think, has the most experience by a decent amount.
Oh, I see a golem here who has sleep. Might actually make you think about getting the flute. Slamu now also into a molder to see the treasure chest here in the town center. Is that what we call it? What do I call this building? Town hall? The
Town hall, town center, yeah.
The headquarters of the Key Guild. see if he checks the chest. Well, he doesn't have any money, so he's not going to get anything out of the shop. See how much luck he has against Mr. Green.
That's 94 max HP, which is a little more than Jeff Chris had.
Yeah, speaking of luck, he just crits it and gets the sword.
Wow.
How about that?
Like I said, on a just crit phase, oh wow, we have another Treasure Chest. That goes down to one swing from Erdrick's sword.
Maybe it is a chapel. Maybe there is some reason why they would be worshipping the keys. Because, yeah, jeez. Hoodie also here in Rim decided to go around and get keys. He also didn't get them out of grave yet. So now everyone has keys. And Hoodie is... Okay, he's going to heal. That was a fortuitous decision.
Doing it in the right order, at least. Oh, put the dragon to sleep. Okay.
Yeah, that sleep's going to go quite a ways. I think yes, Slamu just got excellent dodged into DL2 breath. The only way that could have been better is if the golem threw out the sleep, which we know it also has. So full wombo combo for the golem.
Right, a sword for Hoodie. Probably a harp here. Oh yeah.
Oh hey, there's a town just east of Rim. And this desert zone is awful. Ruin Lord and the Golem, and there was something else I think he wanted to fight that was worth 100 experience, but noped out of that one pretty quick. Meanwhile, I think this is going to give Zatrex 12? No, he's got a little bit more to go yet. I forget how much I said it was supposed to be.
Around 3,500, so pretty close.
Okay, I got all excited and it was wrong.
Slamu healed up before going to fight the Demon Knight. Takes it down in one swing.
Hoodie going back to start, though, means he didn't see Cole right away. Not that it's going to be huge, because it's just the stones, but also we have some fun NPC shenanigans here. The screens lie sometimes when you fight enemies in towns. Now he's just fighting the green dragon in the overworld. He's like, yeah, I crit this guy. He's easy, right? Well, I guess he's got the sword now, so he is kind of easy. But we're still looking for that level 12 and some healing, and it's not coming.
Zatrex is only finding the werewolves, which are giving him 21 experience. Here's the red slime.
And just Chris has managed to grind up quite a bit of money. The number's a little odd. I'm thinking maybe Flame Sword full plate? Oh no, that's right. We got the discount, so that could be Silver Shield and Flame Sword, maybe something like that.
15, 19, 4, 4, and heal on level 12.
So he's rewarded with that grind, with the heal spell. He's lost a bit of ground to everybody else in the exploration as a result of that, but I don't know. It looks like he's going to stick around and grind a little bit more.
Yep, only 714 to the next level.
And just Chris does make it to Breckenary. I was trying to do that, and I kind of screwed it up.
1 silver shield.
Yeah, silver, or as I like to call it, off gray.
Shiny gray.
And in the meantime, Slamu finds Cantlin. Hoodie finds various bamboo poles next to a princess. Let's see if he gets a princess or not. Let's see if Slamu gets radishes. I wonder. If he doesn't, I will definitely let him hear about it.
Excellent.
There we go. He has successfully got radishes. That means something.
Hoodie bringing Princess back now.
Yeah, he gets to the radishes, but Hoodie gets the princess. So, you know, as two of the bigger radish aficionados, Hoodie being the finalist in the radish tournament, Slamu was pretty keen on it. I think he was maybe, round of 8, something like that.
34 north and 6 west were our coordinates. Now I have to go look that up.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like the princess is going to be super necessary. It's not a direct walk, but it's not too far out of the way. Unless I'm just not understanding this map very well. Oh, he's going to sell off the cursed belt, get that out of the inventory. Is he going to try to buy like a chainmail or something? Maybe just... No, he had enough money to rest here. Interesting. Oh, herbs, of course. Just Chris now making it to Rim. See if he decides to visit the shop before he starts going after those things. Might need something there. I don't know exactly what was in Rim, but some sort of weapon upgrade would be really useful for what he's about to get himself into. Or no, he already knows about this, so there you go. Thank you. Sorry, I missed it, and I was on the wrong side of the stat flipping.
Big red issue was in round of 8, yes.
Big red issue. Yeah, broadsword's definitely going to make this fight a lot better. If he can get this next hit in, there we go, and he'll get his own sword. So the broadsword had one job and it did it, and I'm sure he's thankful for it.
Big 27 HP there in level 14 for Zatrex, and 3549 to the next level.
Yeah, that's almost back to what you would expect to be at fast experience. So not surprised to see him go. He's been chilling there for quite a while. You start to get antsy waiting around that long.
Yeah, needs to wander around there and find that sword and harp.
And of course, you get a bunch of levels, you feel pretty good about yourself. You're like, hey, I even got some money, and then giant chaos beast just destroys you. And boom, stones for Just Chris. Looking at 14, 14 could be like a borderline go level. It's not going to feel super great, especially with a long Charlock, but it might be doable. So yeah, Zatrex here is going to be wanting to move pretty fast. Definitely get what you can get, but still. Oh, chat pointing out Just Chris did buy magic armor as well. Kind of fun because all 4 of our runners are in kind of not radically different positions. Hoodie and Slamu are kind of they seem to be reasonably similar. It looks like Slamu may have found a grind here, but just Chris and Zatrex have done like completely different approaches to the seed, and it doesn't really feel like anybody is significantly ahead or behind. Just really depends on how, what other sort of grinds people can find. And how quickly Zatrex can get to the things.
Ooh, we have a Hoxness. There is a chest here in our alternate location. It's an herb.
Oh, that's nice.
The Druid runs away. the fairy flutes for our troubles.
Yeah, toot frickin' toot.
Oops, Zatrex is diving the grave. Have a little bit of a problem there with the Stone Man.
Yeah, again, Stoneman seemed to be a little tricky. Speaking of tricky, that was kind of a fun little geographic landmass there for just Chris. It looked like the map was just cutting off, but you just go, west about one screen and you just walk right around it. Oh, there we go. Magician 234. I think that's the best one we've seen so far.
Probably, yeah. I don't think we've seen any better.
Put a pin in that, or maybe stick around. Yeah, that's the risk that Zatrex was taking with his grind, was that it wasn't great. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't a great grind. If you could find something better, in a scenario like you had, that could be huge.
Yeah, those magicians are kind of strong, but 2 swings take them down, so as long as you've got some HP, you're pretty good on that.
Oh, did you see him, Hoodie, and we just missed it?
Zatrex was having put the Raid Slimes to sleep and then swing 2 or 3 times. So it was certainly a slower grind.
And speaking of that, Hoodie did get to level 13. Finally overcame that experience gap. Now, 14 isn't too far away. I don't think he knows that yet. But it looks like he's going to at least refill, if not try to push out a little bit. Or is this his first time in Cantlin?
I am not sure.
I think only Slamu has been here so far. There we go. I promise I'm going to stop asking chat what's going on. So I've seen part of the race already. It can get a little confusing for me to not get ahead of myself.
Hoodie with a bit of muscle memory there, pushing up twice for heal more. I realized not having hurt more yet.
And he gets the news. I don't know if it's good news. It's not bad news. It's not like Cantlin was super hidden and he missed it or anything. And you might be thinking to stock up on some keys here. I can see not really needing to visit any shops. He probably has already seen a silver shield if he ever decides to get one. And you, generally speaking, you don't go from full plate to magic armor. So I'll stock up on keys and probably just continue exploration. The first time he gets sent back, look into those coordinates.
Just Chris went right through Mountain Cave, found absolutely nothing.
Oh, that's a nice little bridge set there. It almost looks like a smiling face. With, like, the island sticking its tongue out or something.
For some reason it looks like Clippy to me. I'm also very tired.
It's been a long time since I thought about Clippy. Imagine if Twitch bought the rights to that, and just every once in a while you're streaming and Clippy would pop up in your dashboard and be like, this would be a great time for a clip, don't you think? They already post those messages in chat. Oh, Slamu finds Hawkstus and finds the Druid Lord. Druid Lord's been not the most prolific killer of our runners, but it's been popping up quite a bit. It might also be mentioning we're getting close to 45 minutes in, and we've seen everything except for the armor, but it's been kind of scattered who has found what. There's no real consistent thing here, except for if Slamu does find the token in the coordinates here, which you'd think he would be checking here shortly. Then he knows Hawksness is at best case armor and worst case nothing. Or maybe the flute. I don't know which is worse. Oh, I was talking about more like key items, sorry, not like everything on the overworld. Those are good things to keep in mind, though. So, tablet's probably under Garanham? Or could it be the jerk?
I think it could still be the jerk, yeah.
Cole, just east of Cantlin, or not Cantlin, Rim. It's funny, because I don't think Zatrex saw it right away either. Has he got there? Yeah, he's got there since then. Big scary demon. Oh, never mind, because he's gone.
Slamu gets up to 14.
Nice. So he's kind of hit our maybe good enough to win level. You'd probably be hoping for some really easy things there again. He picks up token as well. Yeah, I think Slamu just thought something, maybe. Yeah, and this is the kind of the weird part of chaos and stuff is you really don't want to, like, armor is more important in chaos than I think normal, but it's yeah. If we wind up, and we still got a ways to go, but if we wound up with armor and Charlock, it creates just like a myriad of different strategy types that nobody plays this enough to have like the meta down. So if that sort of scenario does happen, it's going to create a lot of question marks in our runners' minds. But as has been pointed out, we still got a few things to find yet. So
Saw Wraith, I think, on that treasure chest. It was empty, so just coincidence.
Yeah, I don't think Wraiths can be treasure guards. I think they're a little too low in the vanilla ranking. No, Blue Dragon's not too bad. Has there been anything else good in this Hawksness zone? This could be a useful one.
Hoodie puts the Druid to sleep, but I believe it ran away. Yeah, okay, it runs away from when it wakes up.
All right, Slamu now back in here. Hoodie picking up his very important flute. So he's cleared all three of the key checks. Okay, never mind. Yeah, this zone is awful. You got the Druid Lord, who is big, scary. You have the Golem, who is full wombo combo. We haven't even seen it, I think, hit yet, so who knows what's going on there. And yeah, that's been kind of the thing that's been lagging for you, Chris. It's just getting to the experience. You're basically on, I don't know how important the Death Necklace is, but basically item-wise, you're on the same level as our runners on the top screen here, but just not getting that stuff. And Zatrex, that's where he's lagging right now. He just hasn't found the things yet. And while he's been looking for it, our top runners have basically caught up in experience.
And Zatrex, unfortunately, running those red slimes again. Does find the Magician, though.
Oh, hello, heads. Or maybe that's, excuse me, that's hate ads. That makes more sense. Oh, gosh. But yeah, what Winter League is, as I like to describe it, is 5 weeks of fun flag sets, where each week you're put in either a random group or a group that is ranked by your current score, and we create different flag sets for everyone to play that week. So as opposed to our standard tournament where it's the exact same thing over and over, every week is different. And after these 5 weeks, this is week 5. This is actually, of this group, at least 2 people are going to be eliminated and not move on to the playoffs at the end of this race. One person will for sure move on, and there's a chance that one more could wind up in an absolutely bonkers play-in race. But that's a little more complicated. But yeah, the flags basically get acceleratingly more difficult until you get to the finals flags, which one person has already said that if they get on the precipice of that, they're just going to throw because they don't even want to try because they can be that gross.
Who needs numbers anyway?
Yeah, or, whatever 8B is, which is basically designed to be about as painful as it can be without putting in just insanely silly things like trying to mix in no numbers with chaos or something like that.
I mean, in that case, you just grind and keep trying to break the door. That's all you can do.
Yeah, one of the highlights of this week is that we have, this is kind of like your hard chaos. We had an easy chaos week. This is the harder chaos week, where all of the enemies, you have no idea what their stats are at the beginning of the seed. It's not like most other randomizers where you have a pretty good beat on how easy or hard the enemies are going to be here. Their stats are quasi-randomized. They're balanced a little bit, but not terribly. So you can have enemies with like 3 hit points and 255 attack power. That it's basically who gets to attack first wins. Or you can have a bunch of other stuff. You can have really weak enemies worth a ton of experience and really hard enemies worth nothing. So after that little ramble there, just to kind of catch up, as Just Chris was pointing out, he knows the only thing he hasn't seen yet is Tablet Cave, but he is quite a bit behind in experience. Zatrex is really looking for things. He has not been able to find where everything basically is, which is like that Remolder and Cole location, or where Cantlin is for the coordinates. And then Slamu and Hoodie are more or less in the same place. They got a few things to find, but at some point you got to start thinking about getting your rainbow drop and going into Sherlock. Yeah, so it might just be Garanham that's kind of out of the way for everyone. And here is Zatrex finds Remolder, so he's found the one very important thing that's been eluding him. He's just going to go straight in, not even heal up. He's got heal more and some MP, so it's not like it's the most aggressive play. All right, Just Chris checking that swamp chest, finding nothing. Turning to the princess and outsighting right in front of her.
Nope, not today.
Slamu also getting his chance to come in here and say hi to the princess, our basement princess, who certainly did something wrong if her father locked her up in his basement.
I mean, doesn't remember he put her there.
Slamu, however, is going to rescue the princess. So I don't know. Hey, and Just Chris finds the jerk. He finds Jerk Cave. So we're still missing. So Tablet has to be behind Garanham then. But the jerk, or what you might call the rainbow drop turn-in, has been completed for Just Chris. He's technically ahead in exploration of everyone for about 5 seconds. Slamu now has turned in. Sorry, sometimes my laughing overtakes me. This has to be Garanham, right? Because no one's really pushed around in the swamp continent. It's just going to be right here.
And it is.
So our all of our runners' exploration may be done here in just a moment. And then it's just, do I grind? Do I dive for the armor? If it is, we don't know. There's still Garenham and there's still Tablet. I keep getting ahead of myself. It's like I really want armor to be in Charlock. Like something like that happened to me recently, and I want everyone else to suffer for it.
I mean, we always want armor in Charlock when we're not racing.
So we saw nothing in Garenham, and that gives me like, was it Garenham? More like Baronham.
Boo.
Hey,
Nothing
that
on
is...
vanilla location. Oh wow, nothing back here at all.
It was like my best... was that Billy Madison? I think that's Billy Madison reference.
So I think that was 7 chest locations and nothing.
8. Yeah, because there's what? There's 5 in Garenham and 3 in... Yeah, that's wonderful. So that means they must all be in Charlock. That should be a flag. Every chest is in Charlock. Which means your search spots are armor... they're just the 3 key items.
Yeah, stone, harp, and token.
It's good this race is also past Juef's bedtime, so he can hear that. And Just Chris going in at level 12. It looks like he knows that the armor has to be in here, and he's going for it. I think he does have the death necklace, though. I think I just saw that on the screen.
I would imagine so, because he's picked up everything else.
That's important. Hoodie still has to find Grave. Zatrex also missed Cole. Just one screen east of Rim. Looks like he didn't get his stones. So he's got to go that way too. And he's still got some things to catch up. He's good on the experience, but he is still a little bit behind in the exploration. See if he's able to get some good stuff. But Just Chris takes down the Druid for 6 experience. But hey, we got to see somebody kill a Druid.
Woo!
Yeah, the wonderful. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother anymore.
15 damage per step on the barrier tiles, just like Cantlin.
I think level 13 was heal more, so it would have been really nice to have that coming in here. It's just gonna feel really annoying having to heal constantly. Well, I'm sure when Hoodie goes into Grave and sees the key, he's going to feel really good. Or just, you know, seeing it in general. All right, so again, we were talking about armor and Charlock, how there's a different number of different approaches that you take. Looks like Just Chris is just going straight down the center. And didn't check either of the wings on the side, which is, you know, interesting. I'm a big fan of clearing out the sides, then leaving and trying to go in and just try to do it all in one go. Although in Chaos, that's a tall order. Now, if we get armor in Charlock next week, it's going to be even more fun because... or even without armor in Charlock, because we will have the Stair Shuffle flag on, which means that there's not necessarily that the back route is the path to the Dragon Lord, and we'll see all sorts of fun shenanigans and strategies there.
I wouldn't even remember where the chests are, but that's why we have maps.
All right, well, thank you, Cyberdark, for joining me. I've heard that you need to cut now, so thank you for keeping me from prattling on too much.
I do what I can, and we'll see you next time.
Yep, have a good one. Just Chris walks into a Wyvern. Wyvern is scary. He's out on that. That is the location of where the chest is. It kind of almost makes me worry a little bit. Like, oh no, is there something wrong? Like, no, that's how it goes. But he is getting through this Charlock, so it doesn't seem like we have any ridiculously insane enemies, at least hard to run from. The Stone Man seems to be kind of annoying. I don't think we saw anything else, but it doesn't look like there's no good experience here either. So we kind of punched through the center here. We'll see if either of these chests wind up being... Well, I mean, there's a couple other places we can go to. But, oh, okay, that has to be... that has to be the armor. The Wraith Knight has been one of the weakest enemies in the game. So yeah, there we go. He's got the armor. First to armor. Now he just needs 5,000 or so experience. All right, so Zatrex just picked up his flute, or didn't pick up his flute, as the case might be. Slamu is now, looks like he's making his approach on Charlock. Almost sounds like an airplane landing. And just Chris, he's just, still checking what's in here. He's going to push through and see if he can get anything good out of this. Hoodie, meanwhile, is closing in on level 15. Mep Slimes were a giant pain in the butt earlier, but now 124 experience for what was one swing. I think that's not too bad. These Demon Knights are great because they're going to run. They're a one-shot, but no, I don't think they weren't running, but they are a one-shot, so. Okay, so he did check for the fighter's ring. That's convenient. And level 13, right before the end. Here we go. You'll see that heal more and be like, man, that's like, I kind of wish I had that earlier, but that's awesome. You can beat the game now as long as the stats are here. Save keys. Oh, okay, so yeah, the Demon Knight is I think the strategy there is to swing now. I think we know that. It's not exactly a free run, and that sucker did hit hard. There had to be some reason why he was in Charlock. Yeah, that's some knowledge. And so Slamu is in now. It looks like he's going out the right path to start. This again, this is kind of the way I think I would go about this, but this is not going to be the way that benefits him because we know where the armor is, and it's not this way. But on the right path, there are 3 chests here in what I like to call Charlock 2. Some people number it differently. There's the chest up there. Slamu once lost a race because he did not check that chest. So I'm sure he loves me bringing it up. But it's not like his logic was bad. I just bring it up because I'm the one who won that race. Let's see, Hoodie did hit level 15. He's selling off stuff. Looks like he's going to pick up some fairy water. Zatrex is, I believe, finishing up Mountain here, which we know doesn't really have anything. And Just Chris is now looking for a grind to get back into this. He's got the armor that does help to grind a little bit. And it looks like, I think, is this the Magician Zone from before? Blue Dragons and Magicians would be pretty good. Yeah, I feel like that's just about the best grind we've seen here. So, good on that. Slamu was still messing around in here. I think he didn't quite realize that there's only the one. Yeah, it's only that floor. All the other stairways are useless. 3,000 experience isn't too much, but it looks like Hoodie is also going to go in here and dive. he's got the full plate, not magic armor, so you know survival here isn't going to be like if you have to go through the damage tiles and you try to do this all in one go, the magic armor makes it so much better. It doesn't save you from the heal mores, but it might save you from 1 or 2 on the way down, especially not wanting to get too picky about you know what enemies you're fighting in Sharlock and Chaos. All right, so Slamu has seen both sides. Both of the wings are down. I don't know what it is, man. This all makes me think of playing MMOs and stuff. Be like, we got to clear both wings before we can go into the main area. And that's not exactly how it works here, but there's a lot of Dragon Warrior games where it is like that. And I'm just going to assume that Slamu does have some sort of armor. Because if he's not buying anything, he's just inviting disaster here. Now, just Chris is going back in at 13, does have the armor. If these stats are enough, he might be in good shape. Let me do some mathing. Yeah, in normal, so 165 to clear. 131 usually requires 15 swings to do that. He might put on the Death Necklace. It is possible that put him at 141, which would give him like a +2 scenario. So, oh, you're at 14. Okay. I will wait until the numbers pack up for me because I don't actually have the tracker open. Nobody send it to me. I'm fine. Okay, oh, that actually didn't... Oh, yeah, those hit points aren't really great for the Death Necklace, but yeah, 131, you'd want 15 swings to clear 165. That's 50% of the potential hit points. 12 heal mores, double seems reasonable, especially with 90 defense. Probably 2 to 3 doubles. But you're also probably losing a heal more. You just always assume you're going to lose a heal more equivalent between the spike and everything else. So, yeah, we'll see. Hoodie also going in now. He's clearing out that left side, which is, it depends. If 14 is good, then it kind of feels like, yeah, just Chris has just lapped Slamu down here. The repelling has helped, and the fact that he already has the armor, so he's not having to pause repeatedly and heal up, has helped a lot. Looks like Slamu might miss this chest down here. I mean, there isn't one there, but... And he sees it, and he just ignores it. But hey, all of that, and not to ignore them, but we see the Druid Lord on the spike, which goes down in 1 hit. Oh my gosh, those Druid Lords have been in giant pain all seed, and a hurt spell would have killed it. So here we go, our first look at the Dragon Lord, courtesy of Just Chris. Again, a very slow start to the seed, causing him to be a little bit more aggressive here at the end. Throws out the stop spell. The Dragon Lord is... Ow. Ow. Okay, well that was a lot of knowledge. You could have thrown out a heal more there, but you know, 75 damage a piece is pretty hard to deal with. So Slamu's still looking for the chest. He's checking some stuff here. Hoodie has left and come back in. Did the full refill and is now healing up here on through the damage tiles. See if he decides to use a heal more. Is he gonna? Yeah, I think you don't want to blow all the herbs because it can help mitigate some tink damage, but. Zatrex now has everything, has turned in the Rainbow Drop, and now is proceeding along his own way. I think he still needs Garanham. Has he seen it? Has he seen Garanham? Is he going to make a big mistake here? What are you doing? I didn't actually see if he saw Garanham. Of course, I say a big mistake. Garanham was completely empty, so. Awesome. Hey, Zatrex. All right, Just Chris looks like he might be going right back. Slamu has made it to the basement floor now, as Hoodie is kind of stalking him a little ways behind. Slamu is a few heal mores down here, though. He is, 26 MP down. Hurts a little bit, but he's going to see the fun Wraith Knight here in 2 steps. Absolutely fun Wraith Knight. Yeah, crit it. Crit the noodle. Use the treasure card in Sherlock. So is Slater going to go around and check this, or he might just go ahead and push to try to win here? Again, 129 AP, 16 swings. Yeah, he doesn't have the fighter's ring. He might get it still. You know what? I think he is going. He's going to check everything here to try to maximize his chance to win on this dive. So he'll be, blessed to see the fighter's ring, but he's also going to get a certain type of blessing from the Dragon Lord, I think, too. Oh, who knows? Maybe the Dragon Lord has some sort of ability we haven't seen yet. Maybe it has something other than hitting for 70 damage, because 127 hit points is particularly low. This is something where if Slammy wasn't able to get through, Hoodie having 20 extra hit points on level 15 might actually be able to swing heal more a lot easier on DL1. Yes, and Hoodie uses the torches to get rid of Radiant. Love it. Just Chris is rounding the turns here. He's going right back in. I don't think he's going to get here before Slamu does, but he should be able to beat Hoodie to the general area here. Meanwhile, Zatrex is now doing his own dive here at level 15. I think he's just going straight down the center, right? So we got everybody here in Sherlock, possibly everyone here to be able to win in one go. Oh, Just Chris says he's here to grind on the Druid Lord. Well, it was like 90 experience and a one-shot, so that might be the deal. And Slamu sees the actual carnage here of DL1. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna have to hope for some good rolls. I don't think you can just. Oh, and DL1 has sleep, so. That could be good, but that is not a high priority on sleep. That has to be like 25%. That was awful. So, yes, and Gwaylin gets sent home. Zatrex gets sent home. Was slept, I think, by a wyvern, or no, he missed sleep on the wyvern and got taken out. That sucker hit pretty hard too. So we'll see if Slamu decides to come right back in. But Hoodie just passes Zatrex here in the final room, sees the Druid Lord, kills the Druid Lord, and he should be on DL1 in just a moment. Yes, Goomba is a fool, and then he gets to see the attack right away. 41 damage. Oh, that's not that big of a deal. Does throw out the stop spell immediately. It does land. So if we get to see a number of sleep casts from the... Oh, there is one. Good. That is going to be the blessing here, because he just already saw like how high the Dragon Lord can hit. And you can't heal more 82. You just got to hope that's enough to withstand. Gets through it again. Another sleep cast. Sleep casts are a complete blessing in this fight. There's nothing he can do that's worse than that attack when you have that stop spell up. Meanwhile, Just Chris gets dodged by the Druid Lord and is killed. Oh my gosh. Let's do it. And, just dodge. Great. But Hoodie has taken down the Dragon Lord. He still has 9 heal mores, assuming the stop spell lands, which it does. So we'll see if he is able to break through here. Again, he does have a little bit more in the way of hit points. So we might see a double here or there, which the others at 14 I don't think are going to be able to see. As per usual, I'm not even attempting to count. I'll leave that up to Schmike. Schmike, you're in charge of counting. And oof. Okay, so yeah, that's what it is. If there's spells, this is good. Otherwise, it's looking like what a mid like 130, 140 maybe damage max. I don't even know if we can get that high. I think we've seen one double so far. We might see another one. All right, again, in Chaos, all the Dragon Lore can have, it always has 50% DL2 breath. It can have heal or... Oh, there it is. There's the heal. Okay, Hoodie is in great shape. He's using the fairy water here at the end. As long as that's not a 25% heal, I think he's got it. He might got it anyway. Another fairy water, and Val has done well in defeating the Dragon Lord. HoodyTwoShoes is going to go away with this race. First place, coming back from the last place start. The now 3 years in a row when you see people do it, where they've went 1-1 and then 5-5-5 to finish out, and he will make the playoffs, winning this group's race. Absolute GG. That was yeah, and I think part of the difference there was just going in at 15 and not 14, part of it, but a lot of it too was just being kind of careful, kind of not really super aggressive on the dive. Did get the stop spell to land right away. That definitely helped out quite a bit, and just being able to pull it out again. The start of the seed wasn't terrible. It seemed like Hoodie was kind of taking a mid path compared to everyone else, but really, pushed through and got enough experience in the end to take this home. And yeah, this will technically eliminate Slamu and Just Chris. Zatrex still has a chance if he can finish second. If he can get it done here on this dive, or if he leaves and is able to go back in, we might see a change there. I don't know if his gear is correct. It does seem a little bit odd if he can get a shield at this point. But he's blowing the fairy flute for the golem. Yeah, when the golem has the wombo combo and you see it in Sharlock, absolutely. And now Slamo sees 15, and he's probably biting his lip a little bit because 20 hit points makes DL1 so much easier. Like, if you can do 70-some damage and your max hit points are in the 120s, that's a problem. But if your hit points are at like 140, you're more likely to not have to double heal more. So that was pretty big. And we do have HoodyTwoShoes in chat with us. GG, Hoodie.
Hey, thanks. I'm not using my nice microphone. I got some AirPods on, so hopefully you can all hear me okay.
You sound a little different, but yeah, it's still you. So GG on the race. What are your feelings, looking back and watching this?
I felt like I was behind a little bit just based on how I started, and then at the end with Grave, I really felt like I just kept waiting for somebody to finish. So I just kind of felt like I just wanted to get to the end and not die. And there's so many times in these practice seeds where DL1 has had either 255 agility or near attack power, and I just felt like a heal more would be devastating. I can't take the mental damage, so that I would stop spelling first try DL1 no matter what, and I think that was fortunate for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially, was it 2 or 3 sleeps that yeah, we didn't see it seem like it was that common for Slamu. I guess we'll see a few more attempts through here, but that definitely helped quite a bit. So you were talking about feeling a little bit behind. Really, what was going through your head when you did see how close Grave was, and did you acknowledge that there was a key there? Was there anything like freaking out?
I'd say freaking out is the wrong term, just because I feel like when I'm doing the race, I don't know, I'm pretty even keeled, I'd say, for the most part. It's just kind of I saw the key and I was not that worried because I knew that I eventually found Rim and I got the sword, and it was probably okay. It was more just if the armor had been there the whole time and I had just kind of wasted a bunch of time looking for everything, I could have just saved so much time, I guess, is what I was worried about. And so then it was more just that I felt like I got off to a bad start, and that I was, I found Breckenary as the last person, but I felt like I was probably the last one to find Breck. And I thought that like access to fairy water or that copper sword, I guess nobody found it as early as I worried that they did, but I thought that I was like light years behind on XP.
Yeah, I think I would say looking at this, if the concerns you have, I think might have just been bailed out by that there wasn't anything particularly good to grind for a while. Like everything just seemed like even the copper sword wasn't really bailing people out. Like you could get through a red slime if you slept it like Zatrex was, but it just seemed like the experience was kind of mediocre until, you know, you really started moving later and then you found some good enemies.
Yeah, I think I got really fortunate to find so many like wraiths and blue dragons and red slimes and things like that along the way. Because there was a couple times where I tried to dedicated grind and the thing that I was looking for wasn't showing up, and so I kind of had to bail. And I was just getting them on the move.
Yeah, it did seem like as much you know, as unlucky as it was your experiences with the Wraith Knight earlier, it seemed like nobody really found a bunch of them. So I could see exactly how you might feel, you know, really stressed out behind there at the start, but it wound up not being that big of a deal just because the Wraith Knight seemed to be dodging everybody, even if it was a little bit worse for you. I guess it was worse for just Chris until he fought like 4 of them in a row.
It's like Slamu was able to get away there. I kind of feel like I probably got the fortunate end of deal 1 as well, just you know, not getting a bunch of 80 attacks and those sleep procs like you were saying. So I think that, you know, a little bit less because I was still pretty close to. I had a couple of swings on DL2, but those easily could have gone away with, you know, worse DL1 variants.
All right, so we just saw Zatrex get slept, but he did survive. Slamu cast Stop Spell and it failed, and then he got slept. So he throws out Stop Spell again and gets killed. So that's sending Slamu back home. This is rough with just Chris, you know, rounding the top end of here. And Zatrex also, well, I don't know if he was going to get very far with 43 MP, but he also getting sent home now. So yeah, you're getting to see other people try here at 15. I do remember that being a comment in your group chat was like, how did Hoodie win at 15?
Yeah, I think it was a combination of good fortune, just with the, you know, the low rolls or the lower rolls on the attacks and the sleep procs, but also just like the absolute dedication to I am stop spelling this Dragon Lord 1, no matter what happens for my mental health, and it just, you know, fortunately turned out to be a good choice.
Yeah, just checking on everybody else now. It looks like Slamu is trying to grind, I think. Just Chris is grinding on this Druid Lord, which is hitting him pretty hard, but I think he's trying to just keep... I think he's trying to get the level without leaving here, which is a very interesting strat. Not a bad one if it works out, but the Druid Lord also isn't worth like a tremendous amount of experience, so it's not the fastest thing either. You know, Zatrex is retooling. He might be going back with what he has already. He just had the dive with armor where he died, and he might think that he can get back there.
Yeah, fortunately, if you're able to repel some of this stuff, you know, there's the... I mean, it's kind of bad that there's Demon Knights and things like that in there, but if you know that you can just swing them down, I feel like it's, you know, it's not that much slower than running, and like just being able to swing down a Druid Lord or a Demon Knight, I think, like really helps with staying alive on the dive.
Yeah, Slamu can't even get to the town without Druid Lords trying to kill him. Just trying to get in there. It's super unfortunate. It looks like he might be going back in at 15, though. I don't know. At least he's stocking up on the fairy water first. So we'll see. Just Chris doing some fancy heel walking. We all know how that can be. But he does have that, you know, he's going to try to get up to those max hit points. Or maybe he's grinding, or maybe he doesn't realize he's already at max hit points. I don't know.
Oh, we're gonna talk to the Dragon Lord.
All right, he was probably getting a little perturbed. You just running around in circles in front of him. And the ambush sleep. Wow. Okay, well, it gets a stop spell off. There we go. I do appreciate, just Chris, you pointing out the things that you've learned over the course of this race, because it is one of the things about chaos. You have to pay a pretty good amount of attention to what's going on, because there's so many little nuances and things. Here the Healmore at 67, which I don't know. Maybe I guess you used all your herbs. I guess that would have been a situation where maybe that could have helped, but
It shows where my head's at when you said you have to pay. I was thinking like, oh, he's gonna say a price in blood. Like, oh no, okay. You do have to pay in chaos.
Yeah, I mean, chaos can just crap on you, and there's nothing you can do about it sometimes. So you have to like mitigate disaster as best as you can and just hope for the best. But and we can already see this fight with Just Chris. He's not getting the sleeps and expended a lot of MP. Like you said, maybe it was just the amount of like not max damage hits. Because yeah, you didn't have the silver shield either, correct?
No, I did not. I had a large shield.
Yeah, so that's another thing. And Just Chris immediately throwing out Ertmores does not like his chances here. So we'll see if one lands, but I don't think it's gonna happen. At this point, I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I haven't tried too many swag Hurtmores, but I've never been successful. So it's it's very exciting to see the red flash on the screen there.
Yeah, well, Just Chris has now gone out. Slamu going back in. But I do want to mention again, I sort of said it before, this is a 3-year reoccurring purpose, almost 4 years. 4 years ago, we had Ratliff the Rat go, I think, third, first, third to make the playoffs, which isn't quite the same thing. But then the last 2 years, or 2 years ago, it was Tristal who went last, first, and last year was Jay Coper went last, first, and now it was your chance to do that. After week 2, where was your mind at, and how does it feel just making that whole trip here?
It was bad because week 1 I died like a tile away from being able to see the Gwaelin chest with Radiant where the sword was, and I, in my mind, thought that I had made that check. And so I went and looked at every chest in Charlock, which had nothing, and had to go back. And then the Dragon Lord was, max attack power and max agility. It was a bad time, and so I ended up in 4th in that one. And that was a bad way to go out because I felt like I was doing pretty well until I missed the sword. And I could have been on a trajectory to get leveled up and be okay, but it just turned on that moment. And then in the second race, I think it was Mountain Cave was nearby, or there was a cave that was nearby with the armor in the big swamp seed that I didn't find until the last location, and then I ended up losing that one too. And I was feeling pretty bad. This is much like a phoenix. Definitely, I was in the ashes, so I had to rise from the ashes.
Well, congratulations on it. It's a good story, and no matter what happens here in the playoffs, that you definitely earned your spot here, having to win 3 straight races. It's hard. I don't think it's even possible. Yeah, you make the playoffs if you win 3 races in Winter League. I don't think it's ever happened when that doesn't happen. So, and we just see on the screen Slamu getting taken out by DL1. We do see the stats. Yeah, it's 25% sleep. Had to assume that was the case. The stop spell resist is kind of annoying, but I think it's 5 to 9 or 6 to 9. So that's actually on the low end. But that's not a fun DL1. The Jay Coper situation is actually a little murky. Yeah, you seem to do better when the flags get harder. So, and that group you are in is very. I don't know. I don't know if there's a whole lot to say about it, except that is a scary group. Every single person in that group made the playoffs last year, and it's one heck of a thing. There is a chance that you can finish last, I think, in that group and still be in the play-in if things work out perfectly. It's a little convoluted. it's not completely under your control. If you finish second, or excuse me, if you finish third, I think a whole bunch of people are going to be sad. But it also depends on who finishes second. It's so complicated. Sorry.
Pretty great groups this year in terms of exciting matchups and like high stakes.
Yeah, I had mentioned this before. This was our largest winter league so far. We've had a couple of people drop since we started, but 45 people at the beginning is the highest. And if you look at our playoffs, 16 out of 45 is... If you look at any other tournament from like a regular season aspect to playoffs, this is one of the lowest percentages of people that go on. Usually it's around 50%. Like even standard, we did... 30 out of 70. So this is it's hard to make winter league playoffs. It's not easy. As we see here, Big Slamu, who is the winner and then winner and then finalist in the standard tourney and in the finals last year in winter league, is going to come up short. And you look at his races. Look at this race. Like, did he play bad, or is this just winter league being winter league? So but again, congratulations. I don't know if you want to stick around to watch the rest of this race, or if you just want to come in and chat for a little bit. Maybe you want to chat with them. I don't know what their plans are after we're done.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm good to hang out. I'll get on the better microphone just so it's a little bit easier. So give me just a second.
All right. Well, we do see Zatrex has hit level 17. Talking to Gwaylin, looks like he wants to get one more level here. Just Chris at 16, still grinding out here in the desert. Slamu is not giving up, and he is going again. Once this is something that I've seen from Slamu before. If he knows that he should have enough to win, he will not do anything else and just keep going. And heck, this Stone Man is being one heck of a bummer. And that nice 86 is 86 a mineral? No, 85 is a mineral. So almost a mineral heal more there. Wonderful. All right, Hoodie, do we have professional broadcaster Hoodie in the booth now?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, your mic's normally pretty good. I've noticed that. It's very crisp and clean sounding.
Yeah, I like it like that. Much nicer. I feel much better able to be ready for what's going on here. And yeah, after I guess my experience with the Dragon Lord jaded me, because I thought like surely it was 50% sleep, and so then I was watching everybody else and kind of aghast at how much the Dragon Lord was a champion.
Yeah, it was a lot harder than it seemed. And again, you races like this, you have to get a little bit lucky to win. So if the luck happens sooner than later, because again, if the Dragon Lord decides he's never going to cast sleep and only hit you for 80 each time, you're going to lose, and that can happen. There's nothing you can do about it. So you can't worry too much about getting lucky, because it's the nature of what Winter League is about, or Chaos in particular.
Yeah, and it's at this point, it was all in good fun. Like, I gave myself a chance to make it to the playoffs, and I felt like, just play it out. No matter what happens, it's going to be fine and fun. So it just worked out well for me.
All right, I do want to remind us of the importance of this. If Zatrex is able to finish second in this race, he will still be able to possibly get into a 15-point plan. It's not guaranteed, but it is possible. However, we do have Slamu on the Dragon Lord right now, and if he wins this fight, it's over, and Zatrex is also eliminated.
And he's getting these sleep casts from the Dragon Lord. He's looking really like this is the one that's going to take down, and there it is.
Oh, yeah. So if nothing particularly funny happens here, he's definitely got the advantage. Getting ambushed right at the start is bad. Will he? Okay, he's going to the stop spell, and it did not work. Is he going to keep casting it is the question, because we know that the Dragon Lord is heal. Or is it possible he can even out-damage the Dragon Lord if he gets to the heal and has to cast it late?
He does have the 2 extra damage from the Fighter's Ring that I didn't, so that should help him, throughout the course of this with our attack power. It was like 131 to 133. I feel like that makes a big difference.
Well, again, I don't usually try to count when I'm on the mic here because I will not stay focused enough. But it seems like it's going okay so far, but it's really just about when does the heal pop up? Does it pop up at all? I mean, it almost has to because I was thinking it was around 130 hit points. I don't know what you thought.
Yeah, I feel like I counted the heal right around 100 HP, so you don't have to do that much to start seeing it.
Yeah, so it's hard to not see the heal at all. I lost one Winter League race a few years ago. There's the heal. So Slammer's going to throw out the stop spell, and I think he's okay because he's got that doubles almost hit points, and I think he's going to make it. But it depends. If he doesn't use heal at all, we might not be able to. All right, there we go. I think he's got it now. I think this is all packed up, shipped, and there we go. GG's out in chat to Big Slamu. He's going to finish second. It is not going to be enough for him to get in the playoffs, but I imagine he's still going to be happy to have finished this one up at 15, the level he was pushing on repeatedly.
Yeah.
And he blows the flute in town.
What was the gain for 16 and 17?
Wasn't paying that much attention. We'll see this. Well, the stats did flip over and somebody flipped them back. Trackers are denying us. There we go. So it looked like the difference between 18 was minimal, but 17, just the extra attack power, I think, is going to carry quite a bit. So I don't expect, if just Chris can get through DL1, I don't expect him to have any real problem with DL2 again, unless he doesn't cast Stop Spell or it fails or something. Oh,
I'm going with the Death Necklace. Well, with 160 HP, I guess, you got plenty.
Yeah, and I guess if you're putting it on in this fight, like, you don't really want to take an extra attack from this guy. But if you feel like your MP is going to be down low and you need it, like, I can... It's not the worst thing.
And I think that this is Chris's first time seeing DL2, so might, be just preparing for a potential 230 or, thereabouts HP level. Yeah,
and as he pointed out in chat, no stop spell. So we'll see. He's hitting kind of hard, but he's still going to have to go through probably 2 to 3 rounds, depending on how hard he swings. And we haven't seen what the heal rate is on the Dragon Lord yet, but I'm thinking it's 50%.
Yeah, it seemed frequent enough to be 50% throughout the 2 that we've seen.
Oh, I didn't see Slamu stick around for very long in chat in this one, so I don't think he's going to be with us here at the end of the race. And I imagine, again, well, stop spell fails. Nice.
Slimu also in the Zelda tournament, though, still doing really well in that one.
Yeah, and there we go. So 121 hit points on the Dragon Lord. 6 out of 16, again, is near the bottom of the range. 50% heal makes sense. And Just Chris does dispatch the Dragon Lord pretty easy, again, compared to DL1, who was much, much more difficult. And he will come in with a couple of points here. Again, if you want to join us in commentary, Just Chris, feel free. I don't think we will stick around too long after the race is done. So, heck, Zatrex, if you want to join in here at the end too, that's perfectly fine. If not, that's fine too. And yeah, so I don't know where you were thinking coming in the tournament, but actually, give me a second. Had to drag you in with us. GG, Just Chris, welcome in.
Thank you. I'm fighting a cold, so my voice sounds worse than usual.
I'll take your word for it. And that sounds mean. But hey, you were the one who was in the group. Was like, how did you win at 15? And I guess you got to see how that happened. I don't know. What are your thoughts getting to watch this race back?
Oh, I'm just surprised at how close I was. I really thought I was looking initially if anybody had put in a reseed request, reroll, because I was finding nothing early to just that red dragon for 5 XP. And yeah, I literally reset to try to get the gold back to then make it to that town that I then got interrupted by the Wraith Knight. So I'm surprised at how close it was that I didn't finish in last place.
Yeah, Chaos can sometimes have a bit of a rubber banding effect where you start out really rough and then can kind of jump back in because it winds up that everyone else is having it rough, as Zatrex just did here, getting destroyed by the dragon.
Yeah, I think I took a lot of exploratory risks because of that rough start. I was like, well, if I need to swing big, and I found Hawk's Nest early. I got lucky for the armor. I didn't have to do any of those extra wings of Sharlock. I made up a little bit of ground. Then just got bad luck for the DL1 sleep casts.
Yeah, that's the Dragon Lord when it's like this, and whenever the stop spells fail and you're getting hit by 70 and everything just feels like it's way too much, and it's pretty hard to deal with. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of how many times you were in Sharlock. I think you might have had the most. No, I think Slamu ended up having a couple more approaches than you did because he kept going at 15. But you did have to
4 or 5. I think I fought. No, at least 4 because I know I died to Dragon Lord 1 twice. Dragon Lord 2 once, the Druid Lord once because I was trying to get experience and he back attacked me followed by a dodge, and so he got me twice and killed me. Then the first time was the Demon Knight. So yeah, I was in there a bunch.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's an interesting experience. Coming away with 13 points out of this group, or in the tournament, 3rd place in this group. What are your overall feelings about the tournament? Because this was your first Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament, and I think going in, I wasn't even familiar with you at all until some people said that you were good at, I believe, the Earthbound Randomizer.
Crystallis.
Crystallis, yeah, sorry. I knew it was one of those. Dabbit, I think, might have said something to me about that.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no, that's a real fun one. Yeah, that one I've done much better in. I was just happy to be allowed to participate. I got off on false expectations. I think I won my in week 1, and it's all been downhill from there. So yeah, it was a really good learning experience. Looking forward to practicing more with the weekly races. Hopefully make the cut next winter.
Well, maybe we'll have something coming up. We haven't talked about it too much because all of us admins are in the tournament. But as you guys start knocking us out and we start thinking about what we want to do after, we might have some stuff going on. And of course, the summer tournament is a little bit larger than Winter League. And tends to be a pretty big spectacle, but it's all standard seeds. It's all 1 flag set the entire way through, all one-on-one matches, so it's a little bit different feel. If you're looking for something between now and then, I don't know what other tournaments go on, and a lot of times we're thankful to have people who don't necessarily put DWR at the front. So,
all right, I'm gonna get myself to bed. I stayed up too late this race last night. The night before I forget. Thanks for recasting it. Thanks everybody, all the admins, all the support. Have a good night.
Hey, GG's just Chris. Great tournament.
GG.
GG, have a good one. Thank you again. And now we have the basement. Oh, it's the Drakima. It's the Drakima. We were talking about him. Cyberdark's gonna be. No, I'm sure he's okay. But yeah, so again, yeah, just Chris won his first race. He did really well in this tournament. I had no idea what to expect, but I think there was like one Wednesday weekly or something some race where he did pretty good. And I was like,
Yeah, he'd been joining a number of the races leading up to the tournament, so definitely had been getting some practice in.
All right, we'll see if Zatrex is able to punch in this last one here. Just get through the Druid Lord, and now it's his turn on the DL1. And it's just, the Sharlock hasn't been quite the meat grinder, like just random, because honestly, Just Chris was the first one in, but he wasn't really in go mode. Slammy went in, but probably tried one level too early. I don't think 14 was really capable just because of the hit points. So you got in at 15, got through on the first time. That felt like that was the one level that you had to be at to win. So, and then everything after that is just how you react to the nonsense here in Sharlock, right? Because Slamu was just like, once he got 15, he's like, this has to be enough. I'm just going to keep going. Just Chris and Zatrex went a little bit higher levels. Ended up finishing a little bit behind them as well.
Yeah, I think that this is one of the, like, sometimes you talk about over practicing and how you can, get bad habits from practice, but this is a circumstance where my practice seeds kind of went exactly like this seed, and so I felt like, look, when I got to the Dragon Lord and he was terrible, I was like, oh yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, and that is, I worry about over practicing a lot for Winter League specifically. Like standard is standard. It's you're practicing standard to just keep in the motions. At least when you get, because you've played enough. There's a plateau you hit where you're not necessarily like, you either have to completely rethink the way you're playing, or you're just trying to keep in shape because you're not learning new information at some point. I don't know if you're there yet or not, because I know this is like this was your third tournament, but you've only done 1 year of standard, I think.
Yeah, that's correct. But no, I understand what you're saying, because like you make big gains and then all of a sudden it gets harder to like meaningfully progress. You can see you're always learning, but like it slows down for sure.
Yeah, and if you play too many seeds, sometimes you get caught in trends that don't actually exist just because a number of seeds in a row worked out one way. But there we go. Zatrex just take out the Dragon Lord. Once he got through DL1, DL2 was cake, and did mow him down. It's going to finish up here again. Just 1 point, getting 13 points. So he's not going to be able to be eligible for the playoffs, but did do a pretty strong job in this seed. Just wasn't able to... like that early grind put him in pretty good shape, but the problem was there were just better enemies out there, and didn't really get the sort of slingshot that he needed to, I think, compete at the top. And then, honestly, the amount of time he spent in Sharlock was comparable to what I think Slamu and Just Chris had to deal with. Just wasn't able to get there quick enough.
Yeah, this could have gone any number of ways. Like, there's so many things that could have changed the complexion of this entirely if like a roll had gone a different way, or like some slight thing had been different about the seed. Like if the Dragon Lord had like 50 less attack power or something, maybe like Just Chris is in a position to just go ahead and win. It's hard. Like there's just it's so game of millimeters.
Right, and what you're saying in Zatrex, that's it. That's what's so hard about Chaos, is knowing, like, you see red slimes. These are so much better than everything else I've seen. This is great. And then there's just other stuff out there. So like knowing when you're on the best grind or having a good feel for it is so difficult. If Heal More had come instead of Heal, and like a bunch of like something super substantial came across that first gap, I think it would have been huge, but it didn't really work out that way. And Slamu and Hoodie and even Just Chris were able to make up a lot of ground exploring during the same time. So, but yeah, moving on to our schedule tomorrow, we have 2 races at 7 p.m. Groups 4 and 11. We are looking for volunteers for those, so if you can, please volunteer in the Discord. I'm not sure if we can get both in. I have to check with High Spirits about that one later, but so keep an eye out on that. Group 4, again, this is going to be, I think after the Group 4 race, we will know our entire playoff situation, although it's possible the other races could impact the Boo Colts and impact the actual group placements, but we'll actually know. So We do have an opening, so if we can get somebody who can restream on RPG Limit Break and on Dragon Warrior Randomizer, we might be able to do them at the same time. We'll see. Any final thoughts, Hoodie, about the race or anything else?
Just GG to everyone. Been a fun tournament. I'm excited to have made the playoffs, and coming from the double loss. Never give up on your dreams, everybody. And thanks, to all the Schmike and Stags and High Spirits, and you, Aaron, for putting this on.
My pleasure. I was kidding earlier completely. I was just being silly, but this is a lot of fun to do, and to just kind of, I don't get to do commentary a lot, and it's on purpose because I don't want to steal spots from people and I don't want to overwork myself, but it's fun to come back and do it because I think before I became an admin, I was doing like 3 to 4 comm jobs a week. It was just nonstop. So it's nice to get a chance, although I'm probably a lot lazier about it than I used to be. Anyway, all that said, I believe we are going to send everyone over to Nescardinality, who may or may not be playing Dragon Warrior Randomizer. He may be playing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if that's true or not, but thanks everyone. Like he said, on behalf of everybody, thank you very much. We'll see you at 7 o'clock tomorrow.